Taurus, welcome to your tarot reading for mid-August 2024. Let's jump right into it. We begin with the Page of Cups in the past position. This is suggesting that you've recently experienced a period of emotional growth and creativity. This card, when it shows up, it often symbolizes the early stages of emotional development, perhaps a time when you were really in touch with your feelings and your intuition and your inner desires. We really see this page contemplating the fish in his cup here, and that means he's really trying to figure out his own impulses and desires and what that means to him and how he wants to act on them. So you may have felt a strong connection to your inner child recently, which is always a good thing. And this led to a newfound appreciation for art, beauty, or even a budding romantic interest. Sometimes when the Page of Cups shows up, he's bringing a message of love on the horizon, and he himself isn't the romantic partner. He's just bringing a message telling you that someone is coming in for you. So that could be a possibility in your recent past. A new love entered the scene. But this period likely opened your heart and your mind to new possibilities. And this helped you to become more receptive to the emotional currents around you. He's really a messenger of good news in general. This can be about love and relationships, emotional things, but it can also be good news about finances as well. Whatever it is, it's happy news. So likely in your recent past, there's a feeling of renewed hope around something. If things have been a bit tricky before this, recently you started to feel like there was signs coming in that all was going to be well. This page brought in some very welcome news of things starting to go a bit better emotionally, financially, relationship-wise. Things started to look up a bit. We have the Knight of Wands in the position of the present. So he's kind of representing the energy that's driving you forward currently. This card is really full of enthusiasm, passion, and a desire to take really bold action. So you might find yourself in a situation where you're quite eager to move forward, and you're feeling this sense of adventure or a need to pursue your goals with a lot of vigor. This knight is known for being impulsive and sometimes a bit reckless. So while this energy is exciting and motivating, it's always important to consider with this card the need to harness that energy wisely. And even though there is this warning built into it, there's also a certainty that you can do that built into this card. We see this knight has very good control of his horse there. The reins are really tight and secure, even though this horse is bucking around a bit and looks kind of excited. This very confident knight has control of the situation. So it's saying that while you might be feeling a bit reckless, you know how to check yourself on that before you wreck yourself. So you're going to be able to harness that energy wisely. You just have to keep that in mind to avoid making really impulsive decisions. So you're likely in a phase where you want to make things happen quite quickly, and you might be feeling an urge to break free from anything that feels stagnant or restrictive. And the good news about this knight is saying, right now, things start to speed up for you in a really good way. Anything that was like blocking you creatively, progress-wise, that's going to completely move out of your way, and you're going to be able to move forward towards your goals again without any restrictions. You're going to have a lot of enthusiasm and a really strong will to move things forward. And kind of like the Page of Cups, he's bringing in this kind of energy of good news. So you might hear something about a new job, an opportunity, something where you felt it was a bit stagnant for a while. You weren't getting any job offers, that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden something comes along. The impediment is out of the way, and things start to flow really smoothly and move quite quickly. So it's a really beautiful energy up at the top here saying things are taking a shift for the better for you right now. We have the Ace of Cups, another really beautiful card. This is actually in the position of obstacles that you might face this month. So it's saying that emotional challenges could come up for you. And while the Ace of Cups is typically a card of new beginnings in love, emotional fulfillment, and spiritual awakening, its placement here indicates that you might struggle to fully embrace these new emotional experiences. There could be a blockage in your ability to open up to love or receive the emotional abundance that is available to you. And this obstacle could stem from past hurts, maybe fear of vulnerability or a hesitation to let go of old emotional patterns. And we all have that, where things that aren't even present in our lives anymore still manage to have control over our behavior. So there may be something from your past that's acting as a bit of a blockade for this really beautiful energy to come in. So it's your job this month to really identify what that is and allow yourself to finally let it go. Let that old emotional pattern fall away into the past where it belongs. So this card in this position is a reminder that while emotional opportunities are present, you may need to do some inner work to fully access and integrate them into your life. This card really is about new beginnings. And again, that can be relationships and love, but it can also be finances as well. It's just a lot of abundance built into this. So you might be facing some challenges where maybe you don't feel like you have the time and the space to fully delve into certain projects or opportunities that you sense are around you, and you're just feeling a bit crowded, a bit unable to fully devote your time and attention to that. So there may be an element of that, other needs, other people's needs coming in and pressing on your time and space that you sense if you were able to have that time and space to devote to something, it would be really prosperous for you. So that might be a bit of an obstacle, and you might need to find a way to claim some more time and space for yourself in order to tap into this beautiful abundance. And then speaking of abundance, your next card is the Ten of Cups, and this is in the position of opportunities available to you this mid-month. This highlights the potential for deep emotional fulfillment and happiness. It's such a beautifully positive card. It's often associated with harmony in relationships, especially within the family or a close-knit community. So you have the opportunity to create or nurture a sense of emotional contentment right now, where love and mutual support flow really freely. The Ten of Cups also speaks to the possibility of achieving a long-term goal that's related to your emotional well-being. And this could be building a happy home, finding a new home. Maybe you've been looking for a while and you finally find that property that you just know deep down, this is the one, and you start the process of moving into it. This can be about strengthening family bonds. So there may be a situation where maybe you haven't felt as close to your family in recent past, and now there's some kind of breakthrough and communication flows really freely and easily, and everyone just allows each other to be themselves, and those bonds really deepen. Or this could be finding a sense of belonging in some kind of supportive environment. Family isn't just blood relatives. It really can be about the family that we find and choose for ourselves as well. So whatever it is, just embrace this opportunity to cultivate love and peace and joy in your life. I'm getting this sense here, if this isn't about love and family, this could be a really good auspicious sign, this whole reading actually, that there may be some financial goal that is going to be reached currently or very, very soon, that's going to make you feel so prosperous, so happy, so abundant. So love seeing that for you. And it looks like there's very much the opportunity for that. So make sure you make space for this energy, this 10 of Cups energy. It really wants to come in and bless you right now. We have the Four of Pentacles in the position of advice. This is suggesting it's time to carefully evaluate what you're holding on to and whether it serves your highest good. This card often represents a need for security, stability, and control, but it also can indicate a tendency to cling too tightly to material possessions, old habits, or fears. And I'm getting that energy from the Ace of Cups in this obstacle position in conjunction with this Four of Pentacles. You might be holding on tightly to something that isn't serving you anymore. It might be creating a bit of a block here. So it's time to loosen that grip on whatever it is and allow it to fall away. The advice here is to find a balance between maintaining stability and being open to change. So you may need to let go of something that no longer serves you in order to allow new opportunities to flow into your life. And this could involve reassessing your financial situation, your relationship with material wealth, or even the way you manage your emotional resources. And by loosening your grip here and trusting in the process, that's how you create space for growth and new experiences. This king in this card here, he's made himself a king. Through his hard work and his determination, he said, I'm going to be a king. I'm going to figure out how to make it happen. And look, he has. He's placed himself on this throne. He's given himself this crown. He's placed himself a little bit beyond the city here in order to distinguish himself as the royalty that he knows he is. And I'm really proud of you for doing that. I see that you've done that for yourself. You've created some kind of financial stability that was really hard to do. It took immense focus and sometimes even some selfishness in terms of really just allowing yourself to go after what you want. Sometimes at the expense of focusing on other things, but you've done it. You've really achieved this for yourself, and you've created this feeling of stability that is so important to you. And this can be, attaining wealth through entrepreneurial efforts. This could mean that you attain some kind of position that is very, very secure. And if you've been working like part-time jobs, temporary jobs recently, this could indicate that something much more secure and full-time and long-lasting finally comes in for you, and you're getting this kind of permanent contract that you've been waiting for finally. So I see just stability coming in for you at long last. I see you working through some of these blockages that have stopped you from the stability in the past. And look at this beautiful energy that's available to you. I see so much prosperity in this reading, not just in the bottom line, the top line too. I just see happy news coming in all around here. And it's really beautiful because it's talking about emotional happiness, spiritual happiness, family happiness, and creative and financial happiness. It's all here, and it's really beautiful because I'm getting the sense it hasn't been super easy for you recently, Taurus. You've been going through it. You haven't felt stable. You haven't felt emotionally supported. You haven't felt spiritually connected. And you certainly haven't felt stable in general. And it really wasn't your fault. That's the kind of the sense I'm getting. It was just kind of lifing and putting you in this position of insecurity all around. And I'm seeing now things are turning around for you. Good news is just kind of flowing in. Things are stabilizing, and it's putting you in a really solid position. Love to see this. This has made me really happy, this reading. I hope it did for you as well, Taurus. Let me know in the comments what you are thinking. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.